Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Los Angeles Chargers. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. They had no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's Ekeler to begin the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Up the middle with Ekeler. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. The Chargers are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL. Well, I'd say we're well past the time that we're trying to work out the kinks of the season, aren't we? We're already into week 3, and he's looking really, really strong already. He's won an AFC Player of the Week award.
Yeah, did that a week ago in week 2 with runs like that and then some. And some space here. Touchdown, LA! A nice run by him, don't get me wrong, but the blocking up front was a thing of beauty.
I think for an opening drive, how about that for an exclamation point? Just what you said. Good blocking, good vision, and accelerated to the end zone.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and it's now a 7-0 game. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. First down, Hendricks. And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw again, Hendricks. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
On 1st and 10, Hendricks. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, LA. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Tito Ogbonnaya making that tackle. Well, this defense for the Chargers, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Hendricks. And Sharp calls it in. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And the official won't even think twice about pulling his flag on that one.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Hendricks. It's complete to Williams. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. To throw on 2nd down. Hendricks. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Hendricks. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa, now 2 sacks for him already here in this 1st quarter of play. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it. And they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Brings up 2nd and 7. Let's go now.
After one, a 14-3 ball game.
Chargers 14, Lions 3. Here we go.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 70 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. It's Eckler again. And some room to work. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Next to score, Lions 3.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hendricks swinging this out for Pollard. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. From the gun on 3rd down. Hendricks, he's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Looks again for T.J. Hockenson, and he's got him again. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game. to throw again. He's got it to Williams. They find some open field here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Back to throw. Hendricks. Over the middle. That's hauled in by Isabella. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
1st and goal.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Looking to throw. Hendricks. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And in for the Lions. Touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And it makes the score 21-10.
21. Lions 10. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
And he's got some space here. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, LA! Austin Ekeler on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Got his man, it's Williams. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. From the gun on 3rd down, Hendricks. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Well, the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays, because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he's got room. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. There'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit, as you just suggested. Try to create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
On 3rd down, Hendricks. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here comes the Lions punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Ekeler now between the tackles. And he is out of bounds right around